dealerships. The other thing that we're finding is that these dealers are using technology to build trust. A lot of customers are coming in and there's a trust gap. They're coming in and having negative perceptions of the dealer based on their previous experience. And what we know, and a lot of studies have shown, that people are more likely to trust technology more than they trust a human being. And we see it every day. If you ask me for my social security number, I'm not going to give it to you on a piece of paper. Now, if there was an app, I'd be more likely to enter my social security number in. And we find it with technology we use every day. We actually trust the technology more than people. The truth is that this guy on the left, this taxi driver, I would not get in the car with this man no matter how much he paid me. I don't know him. I don't trust him. But if he came through the Uber app, I absolutely get in the car with him. And it's not just because it's convenience. A lot of times people say, well, Uber's just convenience. The reality is, when I flew into New York City, there was a line of taxis that I could have gotten in immediately, yet I waited for Uber. Why? Because I get validation and security out of knowing that the driver is tracked through this app. And there's a sense of security that I get as a customer. And the same thing applies in the automotive industry. We need to leverage technology to bridge that trust gap with customers. And a lot of it is about providing the customers choices and giving them at least the perception of control. I think of lender offers. When I bought a car last year, I was one of those customers that hadn't bought a car for 10 years. And I came in with unrealistic expectations of what my interest rate should be. And we find it a lot of times with customers. So let's say you have a customer that says, I refuse to pay any more than 10% interest. And a lot of times as a dealer, we're having to wrestle with that customer to convince them that the interest rates have increased and they're now 15%. You're fighting a customer and just hoping that your credibility is going to move that customer. But what we find in the AutoFi experience is that by providing them choices, giving them three lenders, it gives them the validation and it helps reset their expectations. So I said I wouldn't pay more than 10%, but when you show me three offers from reputable banks that I trust, I now see that my 10% interest expectations out of whack. And a lot of times what we find is that customer is going to choose the 15%. They're going to more easily choose it because they're getting other choices and they get the validation that this is an actual real rate. It's a fair rate in the market. So ultimately, these dealers are empowering their management to make better decisions. They're empowering their salespeople to present numbers and work the deal in a more efficient way. And ultimately, they're building trust, and the outcomes have been present in terms of every dealer we've looked at. These dealers are not only using this experience, 84% usage for this particular Southern California Subaru store. They're using it on 84% of their deals. Their time to transact has decreased significantly. They are getting more productivity, in this case, out of their salespeople. And we've seen $1,000 lift in profitability for this individual store. And so we're seeing that across the board, that these dealers are leaning into technology and they're modernizing their retail experience, delivering a better customer experience, a faster process, and ultimately that's translating to them making more money overall. And so I hope that you've gotten a lot out of this session. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at kwise@autofi.com.